What up, homies? It's your boy Stev. Today I'm with my sister Ash.
Hi.
And we are talking M. Night Shyamalan's Trap.
Mm-hmm. In theaters now.
Well, yeah, kind of. I had to go to the drive-in to watch it.
Oh.
Yeah, it was at the theaters like super quick.
What was it played with?
It was playing with the new Crow movie, and like full disclosure, I didn't stay for the movie.
What?
Yeah,
I would have totally stayed.
I know. I was going to, and I just didn't. It was one of those weird things where it's really hard to find a radio like that tunes into fucking FM frequencies these days.
AM, you mean?
I'm pretty sure it's FM.
FM is like a normal radio.
Whatever. Yeah. Anyway. So a radio, because all of the drive-in sound is like through radios, right? So I didn't have a radio, so I had to do this weird, like you turn your truck on and then you turn it off, you turn it on, you turn it off, and I just got over it. I'm like, I'm pretty over this. And then it was like midnight when the first movie ended, and I'm like, it's gonna be like 2.
Oh, our sunsets are so late.
And I'm like,
because this is a long movie. This was like almost 2 hours.
This was about 2 hours. And then The Crow was going to be another 2 hours. About an hour for it.
I can see why you left. I get it.
And there's intermission. I'm like, I don't know. Do I want to stay for another hour and a half? I'm like, it's one of those things where I know, like, if I did it halfway through, I'd be, like, pissed. Do you know what I mean? Whereas if I was at home watching it, I'd be okay with it.
Were you with someone?
It was just me. So I left. And even, like, as I'm pulling out of the driveway, I'm like, all right, Steve. You can loop around. It's fine.
And then you get that exit lane where you can't turn around.
I'm in the exit lane. I'm like, you can make a right here. And then I went past the barricade, and I'm like, all right, it's fine. And then I go about like a fucking kilometer down the road, and the bridge is up because a boat was passing under it.
It was probably my friend.
And I had to wait for fucking 20 minutes for this fucking bridge to go down. And the whole time, I'm like, should have just stayed for that fucking movie, Steve.
Oh, you should have messaged me and said, say hi to Scott for me.
Fucking Scott.
Fucking Scott.
That son of a bitch.
He pilots those boats all the time. And I'm like, how funny is it to watch the car stop? He's like, it's my favorite trick of all time. He's like, I'm going to ruin all these people's days.
Fucking midnight. I'm like, you son of a bitch. But Trap is coming on video on demand this weekend, I believe. So, podcast will be out just in time for people to watch it at home.
I watched it when it just came out.
I know, so it was weird.
It was only like a month and a bit in the movies.
It wasn't even. Like, I swear it came out because you went and saw it. You're like, we'll record this next week, and we've been putting it off for 2 weeks. And within those 2 weeks, it went from playing normally to playing only at like 9 at night to not being in theaters anymore.
Because I watched it like the week it came out, like to the point that I dragged my boyfriend, who's not a fan of the movies or movie in period.
Oh, okay.
And I had to drag him.
I'm very curious. What did Dylan think?
The same as me.
Okay. Ash, what'd you think?
Yeah, it's a letdown.
Really?
Totally.
Okay, all right. So for the listeners at home, do you want to say what it's about, or do you want me to?
You could probably do better than I can.
I mean, okay, all right. So what it's about? It's an M. Night Shyamalan movie who
I love.
We are fans
Oh my
of.
God, Hereditary is one, right?
No, that's Ari Aster.
I really like that one. But I do like Split. And
Unbreakable trilogy.
Unbreakable.
He does The Sixth Sense. We've done a couple of his movies.
Yeah.
So what it's about is
yeah, we just did one because
I feel like we just did one too.
The movie just came out. What movie was that?
I don't remember. No, his last one was Knock at the Cabin, so we didn't do that one. I don't fucking remember. We just did one though. I know for a fact. We did the Unbreakable trilogy for sure.
What was the third movie in that?
Glass. No, I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So this one was about.
There was a movie where you were like, we thought the whole twist was that he was a superhero in that movie.
Oh, that's this one.
That is this one.
Yeah. So a couple of podcasts ago, I said I thought the theory was the Sixth Sense kid was going to be, which spoilers, we're not in spoilers yet, but that is not the fucking ending of this movie.
Yeah.
So what it's about is Josh Hartnett plays a father who brings his daughter to a concert. Well,
Lady Raven.
Yeah, Lady Raven. Think of it like a
Lady Gaga, Ariana Grande.
Yeah, kind of situation. And, sorry. And, so they get there and, they're having a good time. And, it turns out that this concert is a trap for a local serial killer known as the Butcher. He's known as the Butcher for like dismembering his victims. And Josh Hartnett is the Butcher. You find out pretty much right off the bat.
Right off the bat.
And you find out he's the Butcher before you find out about the trap, actually. So you find out because he on his phone he has like a little camera into like a basement somewhere
with the guy tied up.
Where a dude's tied up, yeah. And so it's like a police sting. The police know that the Butcher is at this concert and they know roughly what he looks like from camera footage. So they're gonna catch him. And so it's about this guy who's very clever, kind of trying to be one step ahead of the police the whole time. And I actually kind of liked it, weirdly. So, but I thought it was pretty good. But we'll talk more in spoilers why I liked it. Here's the thing. I think the first half of the movie was meh. I was like, whatever. It's what the movie promised me in the theaters, from the trailer, I was like, meh, whatever. The back half of the movie was really strong for me.
See, I'm opposite.
See, okay. What'd you think of Josh Hartnett's character?
Oh, I love Josh Hartnett.
Yeah, he's really good.
We haven't seen him in a long time. A long time.
I agree. He was in a movie called Wrath of Man recently that he was really good in. And, but other than that...
Isn't he Lucky Number 11?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the last movie I saw him in.
Which was years. That was
long
probably
time.
15
Well,
years
when's
ago.
the last time you got... Who was it? Morgan Freeman, Bruce Willis.
Yeah, Ben Kingsley.
You got
Lucy
all
Liu.
of the major actors at that time in one movie.
That's true.
Lucy Liu was a big deal. Because
Yeah.
Lucy Liu was in it.
Oh, was it before? It was before
I don't know.
Kill Bill, I believe, right?
I have no idea.
I feel like it was. It could have been right after. Anyway. No, maybe it was right. Actually, it was right. It was definitely right after. Anyway.
I knew who she was, though, in Lucky Number 11.
Yeah.
So it had to be after.
Yeah.
Because I didn't watch Charlie's Angels, really.
Either way, Josh Hartnett crushes. So as the dad character, he's very sweet. The dialogue's okay, whatever. Again, in the back half of the movie, not spoiling anything, but when he is super villainous, I like him. I think he's fucking spectacular. Mm-hmm. That's what he shines the most when he's the villain, if you ask me. He's really cool as the nice dad, I believe it, but maybe it's just the way the dialogue was written or something. Yeah. I thought the dialogue was a little cheesy. I'm like, okay, whatever. It's very okay, yeah, of course you're gonna say things like slap and crispy, and the little girl's like, Dad, don't say that. And he's like, okay, whatever. But I think the back half of the movie really works for me. But okay,
I can't really say anything.
We'll talk about it more in spoilers for sure. So the singer is played by M. Night Shyamalan's daughter.
I thought she did great.
I thought she was great too, actually.
Because he is a part in the movie too.
He plays her uncle or whatever. He says he's her uncle, but only because she makes a comment about how her dad was absent in her life and stuff. So it makes sense that he plays the uncle on the mother's side or whatever. It's okay. Whatever, but.
I just liked that we saw him. Because I don't think he does that in his movies, really.
He usually does. He usually plays a little part, just a little bit part, in Unbreakable, Split, and Glass. You played the same character in all three, but you played a drug dealer in Unbreakable, and then in Split he played the guy working at the zoo, I believe maybe he was just working with the woman, and then the third one he works at a Radio Shack store. But he claims to be back in the day I was a drug dealer, and it's so it's the same character. In The Village, he plays a cop. In Signs, he plays the guy who ran over Mel Gibson's wife. So
he is, and this is normal.
Yeah, this is kind of normal.
Never noticed him before until this movie, and when I looked at him, I went, "Ooh, this guy looks too familiar to not be him." I didn't know if that was him, but he just looked Like I've seen him before.
I had the same thing where I'm like, oh, is that? Yeah, it's
yeah,
Shyamalan.
and then
that's him.
And then I found out that it was his daughter, and that was it for me. I'm like, oh yeah.
Yeah, so apparently the whole idea was they wanted to make a movie that like also had a soundtrack. Like you're releasing a CD that has nothing to do with the movie,
Get
but
him
it's
to
like
the Greek.
kind of like that, but it's like all original songs, and it's like you're releasing an album to coincide with the movie.
Yeah.
It's like I think it's kind of a cool idea.
Pop star as well as the second
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Get him to the Greek. I actually listened to that album to this day.
Me too.
Those songs are bumping.
They're very catchy, actually.
They're very good songs. Pop star I listen to any day, but get him to the Greek, like when he's like, and he's like, this is for the record labels who never called me back. Can you hear me now? And it's like, ooh,
yeah,
that sucks, buddy. Like he's so famous now. You guys slept on that. Anyways, is she an actual singer? Do we know?
You know what? I'm not 100%. She's really good. If she's not, it was filmed at Cops Coliseum too, in Hamilton.
I don't even know what that is.
So we live in the Falls, which is like a half an hour drive from Hamilton. It's like the stadium there.
Oh, I didn't even know
It's
that.
like
Like Tiger Cats?
No. Oh, no. It's like a music stadium. It's a Cops Coliseum.
I didn't even know we had one.
The inside is filmed at Cops Coliseum, which is funny because the password is Hamilton. So it's kind of
That's hilarious. I didn't even notice.
Kind of a funny bit. And then the outside of the stadium is the Rogers, where they play the Blue Jays play. And you can see the CN Tower fucking right there. Like, you only see the base of it, but it's like, oh, that's the fucking CN Tower.
I didn't even notice.
Yeah, it's like,
I don't think I've ever been there. Have I? I must have.
I have I've been there a couple of times. I don't know if you...
Where was the Gorillas?
Oh, no, that was Rogers Center. That was different part of the city.
Is that not the same thing?
No.
What did you just say? Rogers Center
Did I say Rogers Center? I meant, what the... Maybe I'm thinking of two... It's two different stadiums, though.
Because we have Scotiabank, Rogers,
yeah,
and then we have a third one, and I always get them all mixed up. I was just at Scotia.
Yeah.
I know Scotia because I can't fit in the seats at Scotia.
Okay. Either way, fucking, it's in Toronto.
I love that. I didn't even notice.
It's in Toronto, which is pretty cool.
So yes, Rogers Center because the CN Tower is attached with the aquarium
it's pretty much
at
right
the
there.
Rogers
It's pretty
Center.
much right there, yeah.
That's where Taylor Swift is playing? Okay.
For like $5,000 a ticket.
Only $3,000 a ticket.
Fuck that.
My friend bought those tickets.
I watched Eras Tour for like the 500th time in my
the grainy
basement.
live feed. She did not drop Reputation yet, as of this is recording.
So this movie was actually very roughly based off of a real life event. Have you heard this?
No.
So I don't remember what the fuck it was called. It was like, I know the police force were called Fist, which I always thought was funny for some reason, but it's like Operation Steadfast or Operation something. And what happened in real life, it was like the 70s. It was either the 70s or the 80s. It was like before the fucking internet, for sure. So the police, they had like a list of fugitives of it was like, I want to say 3,000, but that sounds like a lot. Maybe it's 300. Anyway, a fucking lot of fugitives that all had outstanding warrants from like things like petty theft to like homicide. And so what they did is they sent a letter to the last known residents of all of these fugitives that said, hi, we're news station such and such and such. You've won tickets to a Washington Redskins game. Back in the day, they're Washington Redskins. Now they're the Washington... I'm not really sure.
They just changed that recently.
I'm trying to remember what the fuck they're called.
I remember all that.
But yeah, so back in the day, they were the Washington Redskins. And they were facing the Cincinnati Bengals, I believe they're called. And apparently back then, the Redskins were like the fucking best team in the league this particular year. So it was a big deal to like win tickets to I want to say the one that's the two Super Bowls right before that. So they were like on the verge of winning so it was like a big deal to win tickets.
Yeah.
So they send letters to the last known addresses of all of these fugitives, and they say, if you want your tickets, call me on this number. So fucking all of them called. Like 90 fucking percent of them called. And they were like, okay, in order to get your tickets, all you have to do is attend this like brunch that we're putting together at the station. So you just have to come to this station with photo identification and sit through this brunch, and we'll give you your tickets.
How dumb do you have to be?
Everybody shows up. They provide identification. So literally, the fucking FBI's upstairs, like, yep, or maybe not the FBI, but like fucking, yep, and checking everybody off. And then once they're all in one room, all of the waiters and the fucking cheerleaders and the staff at the event were all police officers. And they just arrested everybody. They arrested...
You guys are so dumb.
They arrested like hundreds of people. It was like,
oh my God,
fucking crazy.
You idiots.
So,
God.
So that's what this was roughly based off.
They were so excited to their friends. Yeah, I won tickets. Haha, you can't go. And then you're like, oh, he's in jail. What a losers.
So I thought that was funny. All right, before we go into spoilers, you want to rate it out of 10?
Now that you said it's on demand,
yeah,
I could see me watching it one more time.
Okay.
That, like, the whole concept was absolutely brilliant.
Okay.
So I'd give it a 7.
Interesting. I thought you were going to give it lower for some reason.
Yeah, but I loved Josh.
Yeah, Josh Hartnett was awesome.
Loved the whole concept. Was great. Jamie was amazing. Jamie's my favorite person. The security guard. My favorite character. I love him. He made me laugh.
A fantastic after credit sequence with him. I know.
That was
my favorite fucking moment.
It was like what I love is that it was like a mid credit. You didn't have to wait till the very end.
It's the most realistic reaction. It was so funny. But
what about you?
You know what? I'm gonna give it like a 6.
You rated a lot lower.
I'm gonna give it a 6.5.
Can I go 6.5 though?
Yeah, we'll settle at 6.5. Okay. I'm happy with that. Honestly, the only it's pretty solid. Like I said, the second half is here's the thing. It's a really, really good Hitchcock movie. I don't know how else to say it. It's a really good, super, super simple thriller. Yeah. There's no, without spoiling anything, there's really no twists. There's maybe...
You already know the twist.
That's the big twist. And that's the thing. And because I've been reading up on it ever since I watched it. And a lot of people say a younger M. Night would have made that the big twist at the end. But it just shows how he's grown as a writer and as a filmmaker.
Yeah, but how many directors can do that can spoil the movie in the trailer?
And it's still...
And then make people still want to see it.
It's holy shit. Because there's two scenes in this movie where
ballsy.
It's woo. It's so suspenseful. It's really suspenseful. I thought the back half... Actually, a lot of the movie's very suspenseful. And that's... For a movie that gives you the twist right off the bat, and it's just literally step by step him trying to get out... And then, the back half, and it's just, it's so suspenseful. Yeah. Every step of the way, you're like, what the fuck is going to happen?
Yeah, so, I agree with that. There was a couple of times where I went, oh. It's I have no idea.
It's funny. There's one time where I'm like, I don't know how the fuck you're going to get out of this. And then the way he got out of it, I'm like, oh, that's the only way you could have. We'll talk about it literally in 5 seconds. All right, next to spoilers. Spoilers.
Spoilers.
Spoilers.
You know what's funny is every time I go, spoilers, I'm like, can you hear me? And you're like, yes. And when I'm listening to this in my car, I'm like, oh, I could totally hear it.
Yeah.
Perfectly. Spoilers. But to me,
spoilers.
I think it's that you can hear more than anything.
Yeah, that's true.
So, I think the movie, come on, it just kept going and going and going.
I agree with that.
And going.
I do agree with that.
And there comes a point when you're like, buddy.
All right, yeah.
This is getting fucking... The part that wowed me, that I went, and I would have slow clapped for, was when he put her in the room, and he's like, I'm the butcher, you need to get us out of this arena.
So that was the part that I was right about to bring up. Go ahead.
Okay. Then she said, what's your address? I want to see where you live. That, I went,
oh, shit. I know, right?
brilliant. Because
what do you say?
then
What do you say?
she would have called the cops, said the address. That was it.
Yeah.
But no. She went inside. And then she took the phone. And then he escaped to the pantry. And then now he's a cop. And now he's driving the limo. And then it's like,
yeah,
we're getting fucking a little absurd.
I would have gotten rid of the limo shit. I think that was like whatever. That didn't have to happen if you ask me. I don't understand why you wanted to kill her so bad. It didn't make a lot of sense. But I do think the scenes with her in the house and they're playing the piano and like they're just kind of sitting there. I'm like, this is super suspenseful. And then the scene at the end with the wife was really good, I thought too.
Oh, so she really screws me up because
Scott Pilgrim vs. the World?
No.
Okay.
I totally forgot she was in that.
Yeah, she plays Kim.
No, I totally forgot about that. It's a old movie a long time ago. Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen with Lindsay Lohan.
She was in that?
She's like the friend.
Oh, okay.
That's all I could picture. She looks the exact same after 20 years.
Oh, okay.
And that's all I picked. So seeing her as this, and then her saying like the twist, I guess.
I guess the big twist of the movie is
it was her.
The wife was the one who left the receipt.
Yeah, because she was like, all I smelled was cleaning products.
Yeah, she thought he was
cheating on her. And I thought you were cheating on me.
But it turns out.
And then she's like, so I left the ticket stub, or the ticket receipt at the house. And yeah, I just think there was a point when I kind of went, okay, like, bro. No.
See,
come on. And then he stole the thing from the bike and now he's getting out of the hand. And it's like, we're getting a little fucking absurd.
Yeah, I didn't mind that because it kind of like ended and I'm just like, okay, cool, he gets away or whatever. But like, there was one too many, I agree. But I do think that the stuff outside of the stadium is where the movie shines. It's like, this is a really good thriller when it's not in the stadium. But here's the thing. The more I think about it, the more I'm like, you know what? I didn't actually mind the stadium stuff. The stadium stuff totally worked. Him putting like the glass bottles in the deep fryer and it fucking explodes on the girl's face. It's like, whoa. I don't understand all of the shit with the daughter's friends and like the mom.
I don't know.
I don't fucking get. And like she alludes to like the PTA meeting. I haven't talked to you since the PTA meeting. What the fuck was that about?
Because we never did learn anything from that.
I thought...
Like, she never played a part in him getting out or anything.
No. The only thing that led to was when Riley gets pulled on stage, the little girls are freaking out. And the mom's like, you are such a beast, or whatever. And it was just like, okay, like, I guess Riley won? Is that what this is supposed to be for? I didn't understand. I don't understand.
That was a good point. I didn't even think of that. I was so mad about the ending.
I thought for sure that they were gonna like be murdered or something. Like, I thought it was weird that the girls that were bullying Riley were also in the stadium. I was like, why would you do that? Unless they were also going to be victims or something. Like, there's something there. Like, and then they didn't play into it. But maybe that's the point. Is it supposed to be a red herring or something? I don't fucking know. Okay, so you didn't like the ending. So what about the ending didn't you like?
No, just that whole like on and on and on.
It just kept going,
Because there was a point when I'm like, when he is in, the only time that my butt puckered was whenever she said, what's your address? I want to see your house. And then...
And the look on his face was like, you fucking bitch.
Yeah. And then was when you walked in the room with all the police officers having the meeting.
Yeah.
And he was like, where's your sugar?
He's like, here, take my special stash.
Yeah, it was like, that was the only time that my butt was off the seat. Like, I'm going to poop in the seat.
Yeah.
Holy shit. He walked in a room looking at all of them.
Yeah. I did like that moment so we're just talking about the moment with him and her in the dressing room. There's a moment right before that where her like assistant is like, yeah, if you, the only way you could leave is like through the police checkpoint. We all got to do it. And then she says something like, the only people that get to go out are Raven and her, like, crew or whatever. And he was like, hey, can I talk to you for a second? And the first thing I thought is, bro, like, how the fuck are you going to swing this? Like, what could you possibly say that's going to get you out as her crew? And then he, like, walks in and he's just like, hey, so, like, I'm the butcher. Like, I'm going to fucking kill this guy. Like, I was like, oh, okay, that actually works.
That's a way to do it,
That's a way to do it. Like, I just loved how he was just like, from that point on, and maybe it's just I didn't like his character so much before this. From that point on, I'm like, oh, thank you. This is John. This is what I want to see. The second he like admits to being the butcher to that girl, it's like Josh Hartnett cranked to 12 after that, and I fucking loved it.
I can see what you're saying. I didn't like them pulling the fathers out of the crowd all during the show. Like that was kind of iffy for me.
It was weird the whole time.
And why would you do it so slowly? Like there was enough police officers there. There was 100 of you.
Yeah.
All of you could not have taken every man in that whole stadium, every dad.
It's weird.
At once. Because now you're giving the dad a heads up that you're taking people.
Yeah. I don't know. I thought it was weird too. The whole time I'm watching this movie, I kept like, there was a point in which the one, like the profiler, whatever the fuck her name was, I don't think they gave her a name. She was like, there's 20,000 people in this stadium and like so many of them are men. While she's saying this, I'm like, why the fuck would you think this is a good idea? There are so many fucking people. Like, why would you think this is how we're going to catch them? It's like, I guess, like, that, like, it's so, like...
It wasn't a bad idea in any way. I don't think so. I just don't understand what you're going to ask him interrogation.
Yeah. I guess, so they had descriptions, right? They had, like... he had a tattoo on his arm. That's why he put the ribbon on his thing.
Because he had a rabbit.
But all the other descriptions were like, like a redhead gentleman, 2 black guys, an old guy, and it's like, you're fucking way off. Like, so I don't know, man.
Yeah, this movie was, and it sucks because this is the only movie this year that I was so excited for.
Yeah.
And it kind of let me down a little bit. Yeah.
Here's the thing. I liked it more than I thought I was going to. I'm going to be honest.
I liked it less than I thought I was going to.
Okay.
I don't know. I just that on and on and on and on feeling. I just kind of went, all right, man. And then like the wife drugged him.
Yeah. Which
Great.
He should have seen coming. The second she's like, you want to eat some pie? It's like, where the fuck do you think this is going?
And
like,
then he escapes that. And it's like...
But there is one shining moment where I'm like, oh, I want more of this. When he's like, first of all, he has his shirt off. I don't remember why he takes his shirt off, but he's like running. He like gets tased, and then he like runs at the dude and he tackles him. And he fucking digs his fingers in his eyes, and then he gets tased again and he runs at that. I'm like, oh shit! Like, where the fuck has this guy been the whole time? Like, this is cool. Like, this is the character. And then he gets tased a third time and he fucking goes down. But then he seems fine after that. He seems fine enough to rip a spoke off of a bike without anybody noticing. Like,
anytime I think of eyes being crushed, I think of Oberyn.
Oh, poor guy. He
was my favorite.
He was everybody's favorite.
I don't think you can say what TV show just in case they haven't seen it, but
he was.
If you know,
favorite.
you know. With the mountain.
Well, now everybody knows.
Super sad.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, he was cocky. He had him.
I know.
He had him.
I loved Pedro Pascal.
How was now? Are people really narrowing it down?
Only if you've seen it.
Yeah. How was House of the Dragon season 2? I haven't finished it yet. That good, eh?
Watch season 1 again.
Yeah.
Like, there was no...
I think I've, like, watched 3 episodes, and it's pretty much a lot of, you know, if you would have just killed them when you had the chance.
What an idiot.
Yeah, like, you had the dragon.
Only they were on the stage.
Yeah.
Only them. There was nobody on the stage that she would have been like, well, we got to lose one. No, they were all...
And it would have been like, well, that's, you know, that's the way it goes. But, like, she didn't do it. And it's like, every episode was like, why didn't you do that? Like that was pretty much it. But and Damon taking a lot of shit for whatever reason. But
stupid. I love Damon.
It doesn't
matter. He's
like,
he can keep his tongue. I'm like, fuck yeah, Damon. I love you, buddy.
Anyway,
I don't know, man.
Back to
yeah,
Trap.
I don't know, man.
Okay, so where would you say this ranks in M. Night Shyamalan movies?
I obviously don't know that many because I thought Hereditary was one.
Yeah, way off.
Well, that's his. No, not way off. Relax.
It's true. It's true.
That's
okay,
his taste. That twisting.
Yeah, you're right.
Dark.
You're right.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
All listeners are like, no, it's not.
All right, so
we got Glass, which I didn't like.
It's definitely better than Glass.
It's definitely better than Glass.
It's,
I don't really care for Unbreakable though. So it's better than Unbreakable, not better than Split.
Split's fucking awesome.
I love Split.
It's better. It's not as good as a Sixth Sense. Not as good as
I don't remember
like Signs.
I don't remember Signs.
You know what? I would say it's in the middle. It's a middle of the road Shyamalan movie. There's no twist. There's nothing. Here's the thing. There's really nothing special about it.
Yeah.
But it's really competently made. It's just really like
I don't think I can forget. That's the major thing.
Yeah.
I think if you said, remember Trap? And I'd go, ooh, I don't know. And you go, remember Josh Hartnett as the Butch? I think I would go, oh, yeah. Like, I remember that movie. Which is a good thing.
Yeah.
Because, as we learned here, I forget a lot of movies. I still can't tell you what that Ghost movie is. We watched it together recently.
Ghostbusters?
13 Ghosts. What is it? Devil's Rejects for the first one.
Oh, House of a Thousand Corpses.
Yeah, no idea. I can't tell you anything that happened in that movie.
That movie's awesome.
And we watched it together.
We did watch it together.
Like this year. I don't remember. Yeah, I don't know. And Dill thought the same thing as me. Just
yeah, anything that he said that
no, just same, just whatever. It was just a movie and whatever.
It was just a movie.
Yeah,
that's cover worthy. It was just a movie. It was just
yeah. I thought the trailers in the movie were better than
what trailers did you get?
Like Smile. What looks great. I never saw the first one though.
The first one was okay. It was fine.
That trailer looks wild for the second one.
There's one shot that I think is like, oh, that's clever, and it's the car's coming at the dude and smokes him, and then afterwards it just shows like the smile and blood on the ground. I'm like, that's clever. That's cool. I like that. I had weird trailers. I had like I had Mufasa. Yeah, there's like a Mufasa movie coming out.
What? Why would there be a Mufasa movie coming out?
I don't know. It's just a Mufasa movie coming out.
Animated?
Yeah, it's about like Mufasa.
Animated or like live action?
Well, I mean, it's animated because there's no people in it, but it's like realistic looking.
No, that's live action.
That's not live action.
They just did a live action Lion King.
Yeah, with no people. That means it's not live action. It's a
cartoon. You are joking me.
It's a cartoon.
It's not a cartoon. A cartoon is the cartoon.
No. Actually, would you say Toy Story is a cartoon?
Yes.
Well, then fucking Lion King is a cartoon.
No, it's not, because it's like CGI animated. It's live.
So is Toy Story.
It's realistic. No, it's woo.
Toy Story is CGI.
I'm not gonna argue. I don't care enough.
At least,
sure. Mufasa sounds great. Great. I didn't even watch the last live action movie.
Well, you saw the Lion King, so you pretty much got it.
I heard it was like a.
It's pretty much shot for shot.
The only thing that I think was really important that they added was why Scar is with the hyenas.
Yeah, that was the only thing that was important.
That's very important part.
That's super important, actually.
Like, why wasn't that, or why him and Scar don't get along?
Yeah, but it's like about them growing up together and shit.
Okay, then I would love to watch it.
Okay,
then.
I don't know, man.
Fuck.
So we saw Mufasa.
Yeah, I got Long Legs, Smile. I got that cabin one, Don't Let Go. Whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Halle Berry.
With the rope.
And then...
Yeah, same trailers that we've pretty much seen.
Yeah, just not Mufasa.
Times.
I didn't see Mufasa.
I don't know why they gave me Mufasa. I don't know, it was weird.
Oh, that's a weird movie for Trap.
Anyway. Anything?
Maybe it's a horror movie. We don't know.
Oh.
Imagine that twist. You're like...
Turns out Mufasa's the butcher of Proud Rock. That's how he became a king.
Stop.
Anything else you want to say about Trap?
No.
Unfortunately, I got nothing. I wish I had more. I
loved the daughter. I thought she was really sweet.
Yeah, she was good.
I thought Jamie was that trailer one.
Okay, so the
when
end
he
credits,
finds
he's
out
like, yeah,
that he's the butcher.
Cooper!
Cooper!
He's like, I ain't telling nobody. I was gonna say that I ain't telling fucking nobody about this.
I definitely did not like how. I think Jamie was too nice. I think him taking him to the back with the T-shirts and the box and all of that, that was unrealistic.
I don't think it was necessarily unrealistic.
Like, we don't have that T-shirt size. Oh, but if you want to come back, like, no, they don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I think it was more to set up a joke, because he's like, oh, I can't get this box off, and then Josh Hartnett's like, hey, let me help you, and he does it like with ease, and he's like, oh, you're really strong. And then he like opens the box. He's like, hey, do you mind holding my knife for me? And then he's just like sitting there, and they're fucking alone. Like, and Jamie has a card that Cooper needs. He could very easily just be like, sorry, Jamie. You know what I mean? Like,
just poke him in the throat.
He has it in his hand, open.
Yeah.
X-Acto knife, open. So all he has to do is like stab, and the guy's fucking turned around. Like, I think it's more to set up a joke. And then he's like, thank you, Jamie. And then he like closes the knife, and he's like, don't want to hurt yourself. And then he like, you know what I mean?
That's fair, I guess.
Was there any part of you that thought maybe the daughter was the serial killer?
No.
Okay, that was like the theory.
Oh my gosh.
That was the theory.
She's way too childish.
Yeah, but like that was the theory really early on when the trailer came out, because the trailer kind of spoiled, that Josh Hartnett was the butcher. So the theory was, no, the daughter's going to be the butcher. And because it's like the butcher's here, so you assume it's Josh Hartnett. He has the code, but maybe the daughter is like a serial killer or like a vampire or something. Who fucking knows? And he's covering it up.
That's a good one.
And like, and that is, so the second the girls are like, they introduce like, oh, her friends are here that bully her. I'm like, it's kind of like that would make a lot of sense if she kills them, because she's the serial killer. Like, they're like, there's a couple of things that point to that. I'm happy they didn't go with that direction.
No, because he was the killer immediately.
Yeah. And then, so there was also the theory that I presented like 2 weeks ago, whatever fucking episode we were recording, whenever that was, that because they say in the trailer, it's like, in the world of M. Night Shyamalan. It was like something like that. So I was like, I'm like, is this going to be like another sequel to Unbreakable? And I was like, if they did do that, and I was like, or what if they tied it to another Shyamalan movie? And then I was like, how would they know that the butcher is in the stadium? Now I know that it was a receipt, which again, I'm like, well, that doesn't mean the butcher's going to be there. It just means he bought tickets. The whole thing's fucking flimsy, if you ask me, whatever. I'm like, what if the kid from The Sixth Sense is the profiler, and he met one of the victims of the butcher who said he was going to, you know what I mean? Like, that would make a lot of sense to me. That would have been a cool twist. But at the same time, I don't know. I'm happy that it was just a straightforward. It's just like, no,
on its own.
He's the butcher, and it's just he's trying to get out. And that's the thing, and that was another thing too, right? It's like if the daughter was the killer, I think he would have said immediately, like, "Yo, they're looking for you." You know what I mean? Like,
but they weren't. Yeah, the whole movie would have been dead, because he would be like, "All right, they can take me in. Who cares?"
And that's just it. Like, I'm not the butcher, so
it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Just, it was kind of a letdown. I'm really super upset about it, but that's okay.
Okay. All right. I'm done. You're done?
Yeah.
All right. Let's call it.
Bye, 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 bye.